Listen to this story. A hero nurse who left her family in California nearly 2 months ago to come to New York and help fight the COVID crisis danced her way into her patients' hearts. Take a look for yourself. Ana Wilkinson is leaving her mark for sure at Harlem Hospital, giving them something to always remember her by, and she joins us this morning to tell us all about it. So good morning to you, Ana. Thank you for, you got the moves going. You're already dancing this morning. We got the crowd behind you. First and foremost, I got to give you such a heartfelt thank you, a heartfelt appreciation, gratitude for coming to New York, helping out. So you worked the graveyard shift over at Harlem Hospital. Tell me about your arrival, what you experienced when you got here 6 weeks ago.
Well, 6 weeks ago was a whole different world. It was definitely of the height of the pandemic, and coming into the emergency room, there was patients everywhere, beds everywhere, people intubated, people running around, and it was to the point that I was, a bit overwhelmed. Wow, this is legit. This is why I came here to help, and so I was definitely at awe with the team that I'm working with and how crazy it was in the emergency rooms, and on top of that, up on the floors as well.
And I can't imagine what it was like having this conversation with your husband. I understand you're a mother of 2 young boys. I always say nursing is a calling. You were answering that call, but how did that conversation go to say, hey guys, I'm gonna go to New York City, they need me?
Honestly, my husband and I do medical missions normally, and sometimes I'll just go on my own. Lately, I've been doing medical missions on my own. And then when I saw that New York City needed nurses, I told my husband I'm going to New York instead of going on our Disney cruise that we had lined up. And I had the time off in April with my full-time job in San Diego. And so he said, okay. He said, I'll hold down the kids, you go, you do you. He said, go be Ana, and that's what I did.
You have a beautiful family. Your 2 young boys are adorable. So your time there at Harlem Hospital, what would you say was the hardest thing for you over the past 6 weeks?
The hardest thing for me was having the patients pass away without having their family member there at all. That was very hard for me. And so I would follow a lot of families. Coming from the ER, I would actually follow them. If they went to the floor or if they went to the ICU, I would actually follow where they are and be there in their last moments and just hold their hand and cry. I cried a lot. And my last patient who passed away from COVID was last week, and I got so close to the family that they invited me over the next day after their father passed away, and we had breakfast together. And that was a closing for me in the sense that he was my last patient that I followed that had COVID, but we became a family. Just because I kept giving them updates, I kept following where his dad was, and they're now my family. And he's an NYPD cop as well.
Wow, Ana, that is a story. And I can't even imagine what those families had to go through, but to know that you were there holding their hand and that you were there in their final moments, I'm sure that gave them some comfort, because I don't know you personally, but in this short conversation, you have a heart of gold. I can tell you're such a caring individual, which is why you're a nurse. I can't even imagine how proud your 2 young boys are of you and your husband, watching up and looking up to you. They have incredible role models. And I'm going to get emotional just talking to you about it. But let's celebrate, because we here in New York City, we love you. We love what you're doing. You got the whole group. This is your last shift here before you fly home.
I do.
So, again, what is it like to work with that amazing team behind you?
An amazing team. Harlem Hospital has been my family for the last 6 weeks.
That's
right. And they've also been my dance party as well. But But
Anna, you
honestly,
got some
I can't
moves.
say enough about Harlem Hospital. I know I do. I'm pretty amazing. Oh, yeah. My patients love it, and I make them smile.
And you know what? That's what everybody needs during this. They need some feel-good energy.
They have been my family. Yeah.
Anna,
so,
you're amazing. Your dance moves are amazing.
Because I didn't know. Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Thank you so much. On top of that, I actually donated. I actually donated 3 portable vital monitors to Harlem Hospital Emergency ER, adult ER.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, could you be any more amazing?
So
that is absolutely fantastic.
Well, no, I honestly, like I said, I have a great team that I worked with, and all over the country, people came for this calling, for this pandemic, and I can't tell you enough that I've worked with amazing nurses from all over the country, and on top of that, I've worked with amazing nurses at Harlem Hospital. They have been my family, and they are heart of gold. So thank you, New York City, for having me, and I am honored to be part of New York City and Harlem Hospital.
Anna, you are New York's very own. Please come back. We'd love to have you here permanently. Come back with your family of first responders. Okay. Thank you. Dance off, right? Dance us to commercial break, you and your team.
Thank you.
We love you, and stay safe, and safe
All
travels
right,
back
dance.
to California to you. All right, everybody? That's right. Let's dance. Let's dance our way to commercial.
All right.
8:24, everybody.
Woo!
Dance in your living rooms for Anna. We'll be right back.
Dance. Dance.